Hello, and welcome to a new episode with your host, Vinney Chopra. I'm so excited to have you here as we dive deep into the world of real estate investing, syndications, abundance mindset, and building generational wealth. We are excited to be in the top 1.5% of the real estate podcasts. Got number 11 actually out of top 50 real estate syndication podcasts. Thanks to you. Each episode, we bring powerful insights, expert guests, and actionable strategies to help you take your investing game to the next level. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just getting started, if you love what you hear, please take a moment to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media so that we can never miss an episode. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable content with more people like you. Now let's jump into today's episode. Thank you. Hi there guys, Vinney and Beau Show back at you. Hey, this probably is the last show of the year 2025. And guess what? What a year it has been. Some of us have had so many ups and downs, and I'm sure with Beau and myself too, in different aspects of ours. So today we're going to talk about ELF. You say, oh my gosh, Vinney, this is Christmas season. What's Santa Claus and elves? What are they doing over here? So we're going to talk about really some great ideas so that we can get into 2026 with a bang. Get it momentum going and put some time and effort in the next 2 weeks to really make it happen. Set goals and do and try to really scale up the business, right, Beau? That's what we're going to talk about.
100%. I was at the Genius Network or Joe Polish's office because he was nice enough to host an event and I've been a fan of Joe Polish for a long time. And I think he coined elf business actually. So that's what's top of mind. I've been a fan of Joe for a long time. Joe Polish has he's like the most connected entrepreneur. And he has a group called Genius Network. And it's the elite of the elite to join. And then he has another group, which is called the 100K Club. So it's 100K a year to be in, but that's like the most elite marketers in the world, right? So he's one of the most connected entrepreneurs. But I learned about the elf business model from him. I don't know if he created it. I think he did. And it's what it stands for is easy to run, lucrative to own, and fun to scale.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Easy to run. I love that first one because many of us, our followers also, they're W2. They're busy with their jobs and everything, and a lot of stresses and everything. If it takes too much time, whether it's investing passively, actively, or owning a business, if it takes so much time, they probably won't do it.
Yes. Or if you're a full-time operator, why would you want to do anything if it's a problem business, right? And obviously, sometimes things go wrong and it becomes a problem business, but we have to learn how to make it an elf again, right? Because that's the way we want to run our lives. We want to wake up excited every day. We don't want to wake up with a million problems. Now, will there be problems in life? Of course. But that's what I really took away. I love that business model. And so, Vinney, then I was returning back from this conference. It was a deep dive. So anyway, the conference I went to was called Influence Unleashed. And it was presented by the Cialdini Institute. So Dr. Robert Cialdini wrote the book Influence, sold well over 5 million copies, and he has principles on how to ethically influence people. And I think every entrepreneur really needs to understand these principles on ethical persuasion. So that's why I was there. I've been studying at the Cialdini Institute for a year now, and I've learned so much. So it was good to meet. I got to meet Dr. Robert Cialdini. I got to meet Dr. Phelps, who is the CEO of the Cialdini Institute, and a ton of entrepreneurs that were amazing. And so getting in the right room is always a key. So I've lived that way for the last 20 years. That's how I met Vinney 12 or whatever years ago, getting in the right rooms, right?
Yes.
That's how your network grows, and you got to grow, and you don't want to grow with people you don't want to be in the right room with. So you have to go where people you want to grow with are going to be. It's very simple.
Hi friends, this is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey Vinny, what are these over here? You know, I wrote this book a few years back, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon, very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening, 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children, and the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My third book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor, go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. Printed means digital if you can't afford it, but I would highly recommend for you to get these, or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really, educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education. So true. If we are in the same room with mediocre people, guess what? We'll be sum total of that room's potential. We have to be in the best possible rooms, and sometimes it costs money. It might have costed you money to go there, but guess what? That 1,000, 5,000 or 10,000 investment is going to pay 50 times, 100 times over the years if we take some great nuggets from that room and build relationships and cultivate. Oh my gosh, what's happening in my life also? It's just mind-blowing that we just completed that Legacy Hotel Marriott. We bought it last Friday. Today's Saturday. We are recording. Last Friday we got accepted on another hotel. Wow. 1 down, 1 there, 4 on the table, and we got accepted off-market deal, and that's going to double, actually more than 25% per year IRR is coming for that hotel. It's already stepped. Anyway, I'm just kind of so fired up because the rooms you are in, it just blows your mind what's possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Diving back into the other topic we were talking about or wanted to talk about is the rules of scaling a business, right? And so when I was returning from the event last weekend, I had bought Dr. Benjamin Hardy's book. I believe it's called The Rules of Scaling. And I was tired and I was driving home. I had the room. I could have stayed and woke up and went in the morning, but I was like, I'd rather get home. But I was like, I can't, I'm tired tonight, but I want to plug into a book so I could focus and drive safely.
Yep.
So I bought the book, and my big takeaways are this. My big takeaways are be careful on what you get involved with, meaning if you're going to scale any business, first of all, if your business is not growing significantly, you're probably dying. Your business is dying, right?
Yeah.
So if we know that, and really the premise of the book is, look, what is that moonshot goal that you want to get to? And let's say, like, you might say, oh, it's 10 years from now. I want to be this, I want to own 10,000 units or whatever. Benjamin Hardy, his thought process is, what would you have to do it in 3 years, from 10 years to 3 years?
Yeah.
And then you cut out all the fat of things that you wouldn't do, and you just do the things that move the needle the fastest. I will say this. The one thing I did realize is that if you're an entrepreneur and you're always learning, we understand these principles already. But like what Benjamin's talking about is not rocket science. Like we internally know it, but it's good to get plugged into a good book, like, because it reinforces things that you may know in the back of your mind, but you're not actually doing. So whatever your 10-year goal is, what would you have to accomplish to accomplish that goal in 3 years? and then go, okay, what would you have to do to accomplish that in 1 year?
I
And-
love that. I
right.
love that. My gosh, that's so important what you just mentioned. I've always said that the whole week, productive week, you could do it in 3 days. So, or even
One
the
day,
3 days
probably.
work can be in 1 day. If we are focused, we are totally passionate, we are getting up every morning with so much passion that, we can move the world. And many times we do those days. But when we get up lazy, this, that, whatever, then the day just goes by and we say, what happened today? So I love that book. I'm going to buy that. It's always great to read great books and have great companies, be in the great rooms. That's what we are talking about today. So,
Yeah, let me give you some takeaways from the book too. I wrote them down.
yep.
Incremental growth keeps broken systems alive. 10x forces you to eliminate 10x forces you to eliminate the fat that you don't need. You stop asking, how do I do more? And you start asking, what actually matters?
Oh, that's powerful. What matters? Yeah.
Because we do these to-do lists and we have 50 things on them. What
Yeah.
really freaking matters? Cross out 90% of that. Those things don't matter. And so
Yeah.
then I'll back into Dr. Robert Cialdini principle. He talks about, it's a concept. He talks about small bigs. Okay. What are those small things in the small things you can do, or the small change in the wording of a message, right? The small things that have the biggest leverage effect. So for example, they've done studies, Vinny, like when a business on a website has like a little smile, right?
Uh-huh.
People are like, I don't know what the exact percentage is, but 30% more inclined to buy or use your service. So there's all these social proof. So his principles are all about that kind of stuff. So if you look at the Nike as like a smiley face, right? If you just do a search for the most prominent Fortune 500 companies, and he put up a slide at the conference, and you'd be amazed how many use that. Because subliminally, and there's all these tactics, Vinny, that make a big difference. For example, they did a study where a McDonald's handed out a balloon before people went to McDonald's. The family spent 20% more, right, in stuff. They've done studies where they said, would you like a dessert with that? And they said, our most popular is the McFlurry, and sales skyrocketed on that McFlurry. So what are those levers that you can plug into your business? So like, for example, if Vinny is trying to attract investors.
Yes.
These are things that are small bigs. And I love that concept. So I always say, the night before, what are my small bigs for the following day? Right? So I wake up, morning routine, hit the gym, clear the mind, and then by 11 a.m., I knock out those 3 small bigs. I already won the freaking day. Then, if I choose to, because I'm on a roll, I'll have another day. I'll have 2 days built in because I get up early.
Yeah.
So then after lunch is a second day almost. You'll outwork, outsmart, and outperform the majority. So that's the things we should really focus on 2026. And then I think about sprints. Okay. I just told you my wife and son are in Mexico right now.
Yeah.
I have 30 days to make a sprint, right? What can I do in 30 days? Let's take Dr. Hardy's strategy and let's create a year of work volume in 30 days. And you know what? I can do it because you just cut out the fat and you focus on the things that move. Shooting so much content.
Yeah.
Like I already booked the content studio. So I'm forced, I already paid a bunch of money. Boom, content, right? I'm coming in, I'm getting all my tax stuff done for 2025. So I don't have to think about it. Get my books, get my bank statements, all these things aligned. And then the big principle too is as my team grows is to be a better leader.
Yeah.
How do I give ownership, not in real ownership, but ownership where they own their projects, where my team, yes.
Ownership, delegation, accountability. I totally agree with you. Yeah, so important because how they're spending their time and do they have the same vision for 2026? Transferring that vision to your assistants, your team members, your VAs, all that is so important. You're so right. Yes.
Yeah, I think, and also just like little stuff, like it's hard to get attention now because everybody's posting content. So I never really focused on doing reels, shorter form reels, we call them, right?
Yeah.
So I started studying from some guys that have gone viral. and I started actually creating specific reels where I'm not just repurposing junk. I'm actually shooting short form content. And I went from, I 10x my views because I did that, right? So all the things that can move your business, and I already know video moves my business, but it's not just about more, it's about more, better.
More, better, shorter. More, better, shorter.
Yeah, the point is, look, most of us, what we do is we just repurpose. We give our editor or VA, say, hey, just take clips from this. But why not just take 30 seconds to shoot because you want to start a reel with a hook. Because you got it. Nobody has attention, right? You have attention of a goldfish. So if you don't hook somebody in 3 seconds, they're not going to listen to your stuff. So I went from 100 views to over 1,000 views on most of my videos, or whatever, somewhere around there. Okay, so the point is that, and if I get better, then I go from 700, 1,000 views, then I go to 2,000 or 3,000 views. And then people start enjoying more people absorb my content, then they come to my long form. Then they watch my stuff and they're my avatar. And then they come and they book calls and I monetize them. And then lastly, and I'll shut up, is look, I knew I needed to run Facebook ads. I hired a Facebook ads company, a professional company, and they're going to take me to the next level. I wanted to get sponsors for all my events. I look back, I've had 25,000 people register for my virtual events. That's pretty good, right? Over the last 5 years.
Yep.
And I'm going to 10x that. So I hired a company and they do sponsorship. So I've never gotten sponsors, maybe one or two in the past. I am going to have them because I have a great audience. So now I'm going to bring in $100,000 of sponsorship revenue, and I'm going to take that money and I'm going to double down.
Put it back in the business, baby. Yes.
And you're going to build IP, intellectual property. I trademarked the name Business Ownership Coach. So nobody else can call themselves a business ownership coach. And that's a sellable asset in the future, right?
Yeah.
And I have all these fun projects. So I'm really excited to get rich in 2026.
I love it. I will love it. You are rich. You and I are doing quite well. It's not where you are. You cannot just bask in the sun and say, you know what? It's going to keep on doing like that. No, you got to make conscious decisions. You got to grow your brand, and also your target for the target avatar, we call it, audiences. How can we not just throw everything on the wall, what you just said, right? Specifically, short content, give value, get people hooked, because that's so important. I'm bad at it. I'm trying to get better and better with the new scripts and everything. So the shorter content is what people are really watching. They're not watching 4 minutes, 5 minutes. They don't have time. People just don't have time. So it's so important to do less than 1 minute or less than minute and a half. I think some study came back. They said, Vinny, you got more views in this segment of the videos, clips or reels. So you're so right what you're talking about. And we can all do that, guys. Everybody watching us. This is Vinney and Beau Show. We've been doing it for about 4.5 years. Beau and I met at a conference in Oakland. I remember, what a great day. Beau bought lunch for several of us. And I don't know who other people were, but you and I stuck together. And now we are enjoying life and doing things to grow our businesses and try to teach other people to come along with us and give us some ideas and come as guests also. Maybe in next year, if you think that you have superpower, you would like to be on our show, we would love to capture maybe 4 or 5 great speakers. I know we did that. Sometime we did 2 years back. Remember the small clips with great digital marketers and entrepreneurs and all that? Maybe we'll do that next year also. But again, happy holidays to everybody. Enjoy the time with the family. Make memories. That's the biggest thing. Money is nothing. Dollars are nothing. I was just having a great conversation with a great friend of mine. He says, Vinny, if I leave millions of dollars, kids are going to say thank you. And they will not remember. They might even spoil the whole pot with so much money that it's going to make them incapacitated or go out of their mind to buy bad, whatever. Anyway, we were just discussing make memories while you're alive. Remember, you told me about the book Die with Zero, if I remember that. That book really hit hard. Make memories when we are alive. And that's what they will remember. Children, grandchildren, everybody like that.
And that's why money helps, right? Because then you have the time to take legacy vacations where you could spend weeks in Mexico enjoying. Or now I bought in property there where I'll build a home and I'll have a legacy and then I'll have all the time taking my son learning to swim, all these things. So that's what the money's for. Once you get an abundant amount of money, it doesn't matter. But we want to all create more time freedom, and money helps do that.
So true, so true. Here to freedom. Let's just say that I think this is our last episode of 2025. Thanks for watching, and give great 5-star reviews and comments. Please share our episodes. Again, this is Vinney and Beau Show, right along with you, so that as we grow together, we can really perfect our systems and perfect our brand and make everybody in our teams grow. Because if we serve others, then a lot more comes back in many times over back to us.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a happy holidays, and we'll see you maybe next year. Well, next year probably. It's going to be right here.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear friends, this is Vinney Smile Chopra. I am so glad you're listening to the episode. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. Please share it with others who can really benefit also. Can I ask you a favor? Just a small favor. Less than a minute, if you could give 5-star reviews on iTunes or Stitcher, that'll go a long way. We are one of the top podcasts in real estate now in the nation, but it will really help a lot if you gave 5-star reviews, and we'll bring a lot more great content for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, and see you in the next episode. God bless you. Bye-bye. Wow, what an incredible conversation today. I hope you got tons of value from this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media to stay updated on all the things real estate, investing, abundance mindset, and wealth creation. If you're an accredited investor looking for exclusive investment opportunities, be sure to join our elite Monil Investors Club at vinnychopra.com/invest, where we share details of our future projects. Quick disclaimer, we are not selling any securities, and this podcast is strictly for educational and information purposes only. The opinions shared by our guests are their own and should not be considered financial or investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, keep smiling, keep investing, and keep making a massive impact. God bless you.